Post your job for free at linkedin.com/LockedOnNFL. That is linkedin.com/LockedOnNFL to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. So back during last football season on Fridays, we would draft the 10 best players or the 10 players we'd want most.
How come we haven't done that this year?
Ain't nobody we got this worth 10.
We lost. Well, we lost the ability to do the draft on Tag Board because Social News Desk sucks. And then
we can't take Tag Board full.
Can't take Tag Board full. And then we tried doing in the first couple of weeks like the position by position things, and then we just kind of got away from it. You
weren't
can bring it
feeling
back
it.
if you want.
All right,
yeah. We're going to draft the 5 players you want most for tonight's Cavs-Warriors game.
Just for tonight.
Just for tonight.
Yeah.
This is actually very easy. Why would we do this?
Because I think it's going to prove a point. If the way you think it's easy, G, is how I think it's going to play out. So with the first pick in tonight's Cavs-Warriors draft, what's the consensus? Who are we taking?
I mean,
Steph.
Yeah. It's got to be Steph as far as I'm concerned. I know he's old. He's still Steph Curry.
G
does not agree.
He does not agree.
I'm thinking. Yeah, give me Curry.
All right.
Okay, so I was not expecting a clean sweep for Curry. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's a case to be made for Donovan.
I mean, sure, there's a case. Steph's 36 years old, and he's not the same Steph of 10 years ago, but he's still Steph Curry.
Did you watch the Olympics, McNuggets?
I did. I watched it very closely.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a 1-point game, 2 seconds left,
you're dead.
I'm taking Steph Curry.
I'm taking Steph Curry. Donovan's a nice man.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful player.
And I take him over a lot of others.
I take him over a lot of others. I ain't taking him over Steph.
Go ahead, Mike.
So if Steph wins, that means Donovan's the consensus number 2.
Yes.
Easy money.
How hard, real quick, before we get to 3, because this was the 1-2 in one order, no matter how you want to look at it. How hard would you have to be pushed to put Donovan at 1? Like, if I gave you some numbers, could I sway somebody?
No.
Depends what the numbers are, but I doubt it.
G?
No.
And maybe we're going off legacy and not right now.
Because the point is, it's obviously not
Mike's trying
legacy.
to do it for right now.
Yeah, for tonight.
Right.
I think I'm taking Donovan. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at Steph's numbers. Granted, he's playing 27 minutes a game, so his overall.
But Donovan's minutes aren't huge either.
No, they're not. But they're more than 27. Donovan's playing 31 minutes a game, so slightly more. He's averaging 3 more points. I think he's a better playmaker at this point of his career, a better defensive player at this point of his career. And as good as Steph is, and Steph's still averaging 7 assists per game, his assist numbers are there. The way Donovan's playing right now and the level and efficiency of which he's scoring at, I think puts him in a conversation that you could make a real case to take him over Steph.
No.
Mike, again, let's ask you the question that Jason just posed. 2 seconds left in the game. You need to make a 3 to win.
No, I'm taking Steph. You're right.
Okay.
I try to talk myself into it.
Forget 2 seconds.
It's a valid point. He's making valid points.
Yes. If you're asking me, I'm starting a franchise today, I'm taking Donovan Mitchell
but
over
if
Steph Curry.
If it's one game,
it's
Steph Curry.
I'm taking Steph Curry.
Okay. So those are 1, 2. Who's number 3?
I'm voting for Mobley.
I struggled with this one.
This is a tough one. I'm going Mobley right now.
I actually had Darius.
Darius?
Give me Mobley. I don't feel like that. I feel like if both of them played at the highest level. Now, I just saw Darius get 39. I didn't see them get 50 before. So, but I think Evan Mobley is on that trajectory where by the end of the season, he'll be an all-star, first-team all-defensive player. And if the Cavs keep playing well, he'll get some looks for Defensive Player of the Year.
I actually had Mobley 5.
Whoa, dang! 5?
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
What do you got, Mike?
So you had 2 for Mobley, and I had Darius 3 in this one.
That's where I had him.
Well,
I had Darius 3. Now, my case for Darius, and I just put this in the chat, so we're going to let the chat be the deciding factor.
Yeah.
We're going to have a 2-minute poll. It's up there right now for who's number 3. Darius.
Well, I wonder who's going to win, the Cavs player or the Warriors? Oh, no, it's
2 Cavs.
Yeah.
They know it. Come on, man.
Darius is coming off his best game of the season.
We don't care.
310.
Yeah.
He had 39 points. The way he closed down the stretch, he has
Come on, man.
19 assists and 2 turnovers in his last 2 games. I think that's going to be crucial. And in tonight's matchup in particular, the Cavs are not going to stop the Warriors. The Warriors are going to score. It's going to come down to, can the Cavs outscore Golden State?
What are you
But
talking
you can't
about?
look at it that way. We're
What do you
combining
mean?
the teams.
I'm saying tonight, I think Darius.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be playing against the Warriors.
I would rather have Darius in a matchup, in a guard-oriented matchup.
Evan Mobley is the best defensive player on the floor. Easy.
I'm not arguing that.
He can switch on. Did you see the defense he was playing on Ingram? This dude is out by the 3-point line. Like, no, shot hand. You better hit that. Come on, man.
There's a chance with Draymond Green guarding Evan Mobley, just like when we saw Anthony Davis guarded Evan Mobley in the Lakers game. It took him to the fourth quarter to get going. Now, he had a monstrous fourth quarter. His final stats in that game looked terrific. But he had 17 points in the fourth quarter.
A little bit of a height difference, though, between Anthony Davis and
Draymond Green.
Just saying, it's a savvy vet who
Two
we just
really
talked
good
about, his
defensive veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Darius is going to go off tonight. I think he's going to continue the momentum. So for tonight, I'd take Darius. And we have the chat
I'm
results.
with Mike.
Okay.
Chat says Mobley.
Yeah, the chat's taking Mobley 65%. So,
all right.
Good job, chat. Good job, chat.
Mobley's 3.
Great
so
job,
who's 4?
chat.
Obviously, you going Darius.
Yeah, I mean, I had Darius 3, Buddy Hield 4,
Yeah.
and Mobley 5.
All right.
That's how I had it. But I'll take.
You got healed?
Yeah.
Over
He's playing out of his mind.
over Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allen is playing out of his mind.
Yes, he
Oh,
is.
we got to go 4 first.
Buddy's shooting 50% on threes.
I'm going Darius 4.
I mean, yeah, I'll take Darius 4.
Darius 4.
Yeah, Darius is.
All right, so Darius is 4. You agree with that?
yeah, I mean, I had him 3, so.
Yeah.
So hold on, who was 3?
Evan.
The chat decided.
Evan's 3, Darius is 4.
Oh, I forgot we had
See,
Steph
this
Curry
is why
first.
we need tag board full so we can see.
the full tag board.
Yeah.
All
All right, so now
that's
number
kinda
5.
crazy.
Jason, make the case for Buddy Hield because that's a little turn off that I did not see coming.
Who'd you
turn
have?
off?
Who'd you have, Allen?
I had Allen, yeah.
I'm taking Buddy Hield,
I just
too.
think
I'm
Buddy
with
Hield.
you.
I think Buddy Hield right now is your second best player, and he's shooting the lights out. And Mike's right. It's going to be a guard-driven game tonight. We can talk about the bigs all you want.
Yeah.
Ball's going to be in Darius, Steph, Donovan, and Buddy Hield's hands.
And I think the bigs are going to be out there on the perimeter showing their worth. I think you book it. You're going to get at least 16 and 10 from Jared Allen.
You going Allen, Mike?
I was going to go Allen just because I don't love Golden State's bigs, so I think his ability
That's
to
fair.
rebound and then
That's fair.
because one thing that's going to be important tonight
But-
is the Cavs' ability to contain the glass and then lead that into open
But
opportunities.
here's
Jared could have 15 rebounds. In
Here's my beef with what your argument's been twice, and I tried to explain this to you, but I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. you wanted us to put these together to make one team, essentially.
Right.
Correct.
So I don't think you can analyze it as if they're playing against the Warriors.
It's the 5 players you want most for tonight's game.
So,
well, who
I
are they
want
playing against?
I want the well,
It's
they're
Curry-
playing against each other, yeah.
it's Curry in the core 4. That's what it is. If I have Steph Curry in the core 4, we are not losing.
Well, that wasn't necessarily the premise, G, but
I mean,
Anyway,
that's the 5 I want.
I don't think the matchups make sense because I look at it as we're combining, making one team.
so you're saying you were drafting on them just the best player.
Yes.
Yes.
So you
Best
think Buddy
players
Hield's
right
a better player than Jared Allen?
Right now, yeah.
I don't.
I disagree, but fair enough.
It's completely different skill sets. It's totally
Yeah.
different players.
It's very hard to compare those two.
All right, well, we know the chat's
But, I
going to
mean,
vote.
to Mike's
Jared.
point, Jared Allen very well could be an all-star this year. I'm not sure Buddy Hield's going to make it.
All right, there you go.
And also, we talked about the guards. Jared Allen, and we haven't talked about this enough, Jason. Probably bad job out of you and me for not mentioning this on the Cavs show this week. They're switching everything with Jared Allen this year. They didn't do that last year.
No, Jared's on point guards.
Like,
Yeah,
legitimately
pretty
guarding
impressive.
point guards
Yeah.
on the perimeter. He's going to be on Steph tonight. We're going to actually see, as much as we just said you can't compare Buddy Hield and Jared Allen, there are going to be possessions tonight where Jared Allen
Yeah.
switches onto Buddy Hield, and we'll see that one-on-one match.
Do the Cavs have a legitimate shot? I know it's early, but do they have a legitimate shot of getting 4 All-Stars?
We're talking about that in TV show, so don't answer it.
Oh, we do? We are?
It's one of the I think I know I doubt questions.
Okay.
Also, the chat picked Jared Allen in a dominant fashion.
Well,
Okay.
we didn't even have to send it to the chat. Our chat is not known for being unbiased.
But again, we're talking about just for tonight.
Yeah.
I'd have Buddy Hield, but I do think Jared Allen very well could be an all-star, and
Sure.
Buddy Hield's not gonna
I'd
make an
have
all-star.
Buddy Hield 6 man. It's a nice role for him. If you tell me I got
well,
my
he's the Warriors 6-man.
Yeah, you tell me give me the core 4 and Steph Curry. I like my chances. I like that team.
Who's the 3? Who's playing the 3?
And man, we real small.
Let me ask you this,
real
Jason.
small.
This is a little off
It
topic.
may not matter.
Yeah,
He's
right.
scoring 150 a night.
Oh my gosh.
I know we didn't plan on talking about this, but I want to get Jason's opinion on this because yesterday we were talking about the fact that you referenced the fact that they might have to cut a little salary to get on.
Oh my God!
Hey, look-
wait,
No,
no,
it was like a flippant comment, and
did y'all
everyone
get-
lost.
Did you get killed?
No, but I'm not
Did you
bringing
get
it up for that reason.
Well, I probably should clarify, but go ahead.
No, Mike clarified for you. We busted your balls a little bit, then we clarified. But
his ats is crazy.
This is the thing. This is what I'm talking about,
his ats is
like
crazy.
every little flippant comment I make, and everyone's like, oh, my God.
can we? What
he
about
did it
taking
again.
it the other way? Instead of getting under it, what if they're like, we can win a championship
Absolutely.
this year. Let's keep
That's
going
what I
further
said on
over.
Tuesday.
Absolutely. Did we talk about this on the podcast?
We did.
We mentioned this at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, the only reason I mentioned Ty Jerome was because they're only a couple
It was a
million
name,
dollars.
right?
I got you.
You need somebody.
But this is important. They're only a couple $1 million over the tax line right now.
Right.
Is Ty Jerome the difference in whether or not you're going to win a championship?
Probably not.
But it's not about this year. It's not about trying to get under the tax because Dan doesn't want to pay a tax. You're looking 4 years out, and fans don't care about that right now. But you might care about it if it costs you a really important rotation piece 4 years from now,
Right.
because you're repeat offender status. But to your point,
Yes.
if you get to January
Right.
and you're like, we can win a championship right now, then you can't worry about 4 years.
Then you go
because
the other way.
You don't know who's going to be healthy, and
Right.
that very well may be.
Right.
The problem they're going to run into is they don't have a ton of trade assets. So how are you going to bolster this team?
Right. They can't trade a first-round pick forever, right?
2031, and that's too far out.
Yeah, yeah.
Because 25, 27, and 29 are going to Utah. Under NBA rules, you can only, I believe it's 5 years out you can trade. So they literally can't trade
Yeah, that
a draft
sucks.
pick. So, or maybe they could trade 31. I have to check. It doesn't matter. Teams, how many
But
it's
teams?
still
so
30.
long.
It's 31. It's
Right,
still
Yeah,
long
it's
way
7
away.
years out.
Yeah.
So in like Karis LeVert has great value to the Cavs the way he's playing, but
Yeah.
on an expiring deal, how much value is he really going to bring
That
back?
sucks because it feels like if they could get one other piece.
And who knows
Right.
what's going to happen between now and February? Maybe Jalen Tyson plays out of his mind. Maybe he gets a chance, and
Yeah.
here's a young guy with value that they could then flip. Who knows?
Right.
I'm just saying, right now they're limited on trade assets, but your theory is 100% valid of that if you get to January, you've got the best record in the NBA. You've
Yeah.
got a team, or second, whatever, and you
Right.
can win a championship. Don't worry about the tax 4 years
Right.
from now. You got to go now
Right.
because you have no idea what the landscape is going to be in 3 or 4.
Right.
Who's going to stay
Right.
healthy? Who's going to fall off? You don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you can win it now, you go for it right now. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, going into the season, entering the season,
Right.
the thought was, let's not be a tax team now. Let's push that off
I
as long
gotcha.
as possible because of this repeat offender
you
clock
are
that you're starting.
But you are buying that if they look like a championship
Absolutely.
contender, they could go the
For
other way.
sure.
And,
Absolutely.
and plus, you got to look at it like this. There's teams like New York, right? I like the cat move, but did that weaken them defensively? Is that move going to like
it stripped their depth.
It stripped their depth. DiVincenzo, they
Yeah.
was playing a certain style. Also, you look at
It's early for them. They had a lot of changes
right.
to their roster. I think
But
you know.
Philadelphia, again, they went out and made the Paul George deal. Embiid is just now getting back. He stays hurt. So if you look at the landscape and you say,
it's
well,
Boston.
it's Boston.
Yeah.
We ain't worried about nobody else but them.
Yeah.
And you got a piece or a part that you can get. I don't know how you do
That's
it.
the toughest thing, though, is as Jason said, it's a great point. They don't appear to have anything to trade to get a good player.
Yeah, it's tough. And just so Jason, I didn't tell Jason this, but that flippant comment about Ty Jerome, I got a LinkedIn message saying that's crazy and gave me 2 other options on how they can shed
LinkedIn.
salary besides Ty Jerome. That's how far
That's how
Jason's
far reaching-
flippant comment reached that I got a LinkedIn
Hey, this dude is
message.
hot.
Like,
He's the hottest in the game.
And this is why, like, I feel like I have to like
Preface.
guard every single word I say because it's. I was just throwing out a name of what's
Yeah.
going to get you under the tax, and everybody lost their friggin' minds. Like, guys,
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good thing. That's a great thing.
How much money does Tristan Thompson make? Would he get him under
he's
the
the
cap?
he's
Minimowski.
the minimum. And you know, I mean, if you cut enough minimum guys, again,
They could cut Craig Porter. They could trade or cut Porter Jr. and JT Thor and get under the cap.
All right, so
All right, well,
you'd
there you
rather
go.
do that,
Sure.
than get rid of Ty Jerome. But
but
I get what
but
you're saying.
again,
I get what
Ty
you're
Jerome is not. If you're counting on Ty Jerome to win a championship, something has gone
It
horribly
just so
wrong.
happened, Jason, you know good and well he fits the Dellavedova Ricky Rubio role. You know good and well people love them dudes. Them
They love
fringe
their-
dudes.
they love those scrappy white guys.
Bro, they like under no circumstances will Ty Jerome go anywhere.
How on earth is a guy named Ty Jerome white?
I don't know.
Does not sound like a white guy.
They was hot. They was like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's our best."
Oh,
Jason
my
Lloyd.
goodness gracious.
Jason
Don't ever
Lloyd
try to
say
get rid of
something.
scrappy white guys, Jason. Fans get angry. Go ahead.